Everyone, if you could please prepare for our flag salute. That's good. Good. Or those rules. Button. Oh. One. Breathe and other. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which is again for the nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Over.
Thank you.
Wait, please, be seated.
That's the. We.
Onward. Other.
Thank you.
Onward, this is.
Well,
Good evening, everyone. What a fantastic night to be a Bulldog. I am Dr. Celeste L. Merriweather, the proud superintendent of the Bridgeton Public Schools, and it is my honor to celebrate with you on this special evening some of Bridgeton High School's finest, our distinguished inductees of the 2025 BHS Alumni Hall of Fame, Mr. Willie L. Baker Jr., Miss Megan McCormick Horner, Mr. Anthony D. Linkout, and the late Mr. Jack Salabazid. I don't know about you, but I love a good success story. And tonight, we get to highlight, honor, and celebrate 4 of them. Our honorees have walked the same halls, probably had some of the same teachers, and possibly served some of the same detentions, and have gone on to accomplish amazing things. They've made a difference in their professional fields, in their communities, and in the world, and that started right here at Bridgeton High School. To our honorees, tonight is a celebration of your achievements. You inspire us and remind us that greatness doesn't just reside in other places. It resides here, in this town, in this school, and within each of you. To our guests, thank you for being here to celebrate with us. We know that many of you have cheered our honorees on from the front row of their lives. and they are blessed to have you here tonight yet again, showing your undying support. I'd like to take this time to thank the members of the Bridgeton Board of Education present. Please stand. For their support of this ceremony, as well as the BHS Alumni Hall of Fame Committee for their most appreciated help. Again, thank you to everyone for being here this evening. Let's enjoy this celebration, create amazing memories, and give our honorees the round of applause they most sincerely deserve. And without further ado, please welcome Mr. Tyrone Williams, President of the Bridgeton Board of Education, to the podium.
Thank you very much. It is with great honor that I'm able to stand here to represent, first of all, Bridgeton Public Schools, being a graduate myself. I go way, way, way back. I think I met Mr. Anthony Lincoln when I was in the first grade. When he moved over into the projects with the St. Augustine Church, I think the Sorrentis almost, well, I think our families go way back. My mom and all, with the Sorrenti family and everybody. So it's with great honor, Mr. Willie Baker, I've heard a lot about you. Ms. Kerner, I don't know you, but I do wish you well. I'm sure you've got a standing of accomplishments in your life. Okay? On tonight, I'm going to give you the selection criteria. This program started probably around, I would say at least 2004, 2005. Dr. Gilson Devlin, the superintendent, and he had a program that he went to another district and saw what they were doing as far as having the Hall of Fame and recognizing graduates in their district. He said he wants the same thing that happened in Bridgeton. So he told me, here, take this, I'm going to take it over and complete. So the next thing I knew, we started inducting people one right after the other, and here we are, another great induction. So congratulations to all the inductees on tonight, and thanks again to the family and friends that came out to support. As for the selection criteria, the inductee must be a graduate of Bridgeton High School. The inductee is making or has made an outstanding contribution to the community through professional and or community service. The number of posthumous inductees shall be limited to 1 year, and that's the big words for those that have passed. So we'll have one of those for each year. Current members of the selection committee are ineligible. So I'm gonna have to make sure I'm not part of that committee in case somebody would want to represent me next year. All right, thank you so much. Let's have a great night. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams. We're going to go ahead and continue with our program with the introduction of our honorees. And the first person that you'll hear is someone who will introduce them. Miss Gloria Cates. Wow, Gloria, I didn't even recognize you. Come on down. She is going to introduce Mr. Willie Baker.
Good evening to all. First, I'd like to start saying congratulations to all of the inductees this year. I'd like this to start saying that board president said a lot of what I was going to say about when this program first started. Dr. H. Victor Gilson was the brainchild who started this program, and I was fortunate enough to work with him on it. So it's a pleasure for me to do this. Although I don't find myself worthy of introducing Mr. Baker, I don't know, do you remember me, Mr. Baker? Yes. Okay. Maserati, I call him Maz because his name is a mouthful, introduced me to Mr. Baker. Actually, he didn't introduce me. He told me all about this gentleman. He talked about him a lot. He served on the board with Maz out of the Seabrook Educational Culture Center. And he spoke about this gentleman a lot, about his activities in the union and down through the years as a union organizer, internationally. But you know, I thought about labor, and this country was built on labor, you know, economics, labor. You know, some of us came over as migrants, immigration, and there some of us came over by force. So that's what this country was built on. It's so important that he was, he organized unions, and I know it was not easy. So you've all read his bio, bullet points and everything. So I was just so amazed at things that he has done. And it's an honor for me to have graduated from Christian High School and to know that there are so many accomplished and world-renowned people and locally community people that have come out of these halls. And it's a testament when you go and you look. My husband was inducted into the first class, I wouldn't call it a class, of the inductees. And so this is about, it was early 2000s, I think it was, that this started. So it's a real pleasure, to know that I graduated from Christian High School, and a testament to the students, communities, anyone that have walked through these halls, and I'm sure that you all find it an honor as well. So I'm not going to on the time any longer, but Mr. Baker, I would like for you to come up now. Okay. And you can take the stand now, Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When that just becomes, she says, only after I finish do I get to see it. That's a good idea. Let me thank everyone for being here. And let me thank this school. The things I've done in my life are things that I learned from the students who attended this school. I remember I was in a classroom and I saw one of these young ladies reading a book, but she opened it backwards. And I asked her, why did she do that? And she said, well, it's in Hebrew. And we read from the back of the book. And then she told me about some of her family who had been lost in the Holocaust. Some 6 million Jews who were killed in the Holocaust. I didn't know what it was called at that time, but it made a lasting impression on me. And in my class, there was also someone from Germany, a little older than the rest of the students, but he told us about in Germany during the Blitz, where the Allies bombed the cities, and he had to run down, big and his whole family, to the basement to be secured. And that lesson stuck with me also because it said that when a people allow a dictator to take over, lots of people pay the price. Lots of people, innocent people, pay the price. There were also a number of Japanese students in our class, and I learned that they had been moved from California, some to here to Seabrooks and some to other places, because they were Japanese. And they were taken out of their homes sold. And I guess it was 2 days ago, I saw a picture of a woman who was wearing a hijab being arrested by 4 men who said they were police, and they may have been, I don't know. But she disappeared to Louisiana. And I'm thinking, I didn't know what due process was when I was here, but I know it when I see it now. The people who were in this school taught me those lessons. We learned them and tried to live by them. When Taco and Becky came to the United States, he wanted to meet with politicians who could help with the boycott of South Africa. So we took them around to meet with Congress people. Phil Gray was one of the leaders of that way. To get people to stop trading with South Africa. By the way, Taco and Becky became the second president of South Africa. Those are the lessons I learned here from the students in this school. Not from books, not from television, but from real live people who lived that life. And it made a difference. It made a difference in everything that I did for the rest of my life. whether I was in Colombia, whether I was in Israel or in Lebanon, whether I was in Kenya, whether I was in Brazil, whether I was in Colombia, in South America. So I thank those students who took the time to teach me about the world. Thank you very much. In the front.
Everyone, I would like to read the plaque from Mr. Willie L. Baker. Richton High School Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame. Willie L. Baker Jr., Domestic International Labor Activist Class of 1960. In recognition of his outstanding commitment to the community through professional and/or community service. Date of production, March 22nd, 2025.
Thank you, Good. Welcome.
And I know we have some more.
Oh, just water to poke.
We now will have Mr. James Sala, Director of the Board of County Commissioners, present to you a citation.
I'd just like to say that some of the greatest people in this country are the ones that help other individuals move forward to make a better life. And that's what this gentleman did. In his whole career, it was based on one thing and one thing only: make the people that were surrounding him have a better life. And this is very important. Maybe we should take this home and have a lesson with this, and maybe tomorrow help the next person. But that's what he did. So I want to thank you so much. I want to come to the Board of County Commissioners. This is a citation. Congratulating you on your. Thank you so much.
This case,
Oh, witness.
Mr. Baker, we need that way for the souls. One over the so cut of that. The what I got stalled up southern politics.
But I'm a politician. I need votes.
Right here and more than it's like
This.
I'm not going to stand next to her. She's too tall.
okay.
You think you're
Look like that.
I need shorter people.
All right. That's all. Stephen,
what is that?
she
But she must just
said it.
see me. There.
Yes, it's baby. And then there's
Congratulations.
wait and Trump. Hey.
Another round of applause for Mr. Baker. Next, we will have Mrs. Mary Beth Pulpit Bride to introduce Miss Megan McCormick Horner.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing you to Megan McCormick Horner. Megan is a 1988 graduate of Bridgeton High School and attended Ursinus College, where she graduated in 1992 with her degree in economics. She continued her education at Rutgers Law School, where she received her Doctor of Law degree in 1996 and later Temple University to earn her Master of Law in 1999. Megan worked as an attorney at different firms and later as Assistant District Attorney for Philadelphia from 2000 to 2003. She returned to New Jersey to practice law as the Assistant Prosecutor in Cumberland and then Cape May County, where she worked her way from Assistant Prosecutor to Chief Assistant Prosecutor. She operated her own law firm from 2018 to 2023. She's worked as an adjunct professor at Chestnut Hill College, Rowan University, and Wilmington University. In the past 2 years, she began working as a staff attorney and assistant corporate counsel for Cumberland Mutual. Megan is also a member of Cumberland County Bar Association, Bridgeton Rotary Club, Bridgeton Area Chamber of Commerce, and Board of Trustees member of the Bridgeton Free Public Library and Cumberland County Historical Society. Megan has shown much pride in the community she was raised in by giving back to it in many ways. She started a podcast, The Bridgeton Beacon, with the mission to shine light on those who make a positive impact on the southern region of New Jersey and its residents. She's interviewed local business owners, politicians, artists, and many others, sharing their connection to Bridgeton along the way. She's also covered interesting historical events of Bridgeton and New Jersey, highlighted restaurants, and brought attention to local nonprofits and organizations that are helping the community. Another way that Megan has given back is by acting as counsel for those in need. She has provided pro bono work for individuals working toward gaining citizenship. She's taught religious education classes at a church, helping students prep for confirmation, and collected winter funds for Bridgeton locals. It is evident through her actions that Megan is proud of the community where she came from and wants others to see the beauty in it as well. Whether it's attending a meeting for a local organization, recording a new episode of the Bridgeton Beacon, or giving back to her community, it is easy to see how Megan is a positive role model and one worthy of being named a distinguished alumni at Bridgeton High School.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Wow, this is the second time I've been here this week. I had the honor of coming yesterday morning for a breakfast, so it's pretty special to be here tonight. First, I do want to thank Dr. Celeste Merriweather, Superintendent of Schools, and her whole staff, the entire Bridgeton Board of Education, and the entire selection committee. I would also like to thank the Board of County Commissioners and any local officials that are present. I think I saw Mayor Albert Kelly of the great city of Bridgeton. As it is in back. Thank you, Mayor, for being with tonight. I'd also like to thank my family, Bob and Jane McCormick, and my husband, Pete. Thank you for always being here for me. I love you very, very much, and I don't know what I would do without you. Mom and Dad, thank you, as always, for always encouraging me to have lots of ideas and to always follow my dreams. And Pete, thank you for usually tolerating those ideas. When I first found out that I received this award, I was worried because I had a commitment tonight at our church. Our oldest daughter, Edie, however, offered to stand in for me there tonight so I could be here tonight to accept this award, for which I am very, very grateful. Our daughter, Janet, is both a scholar and an athlete in her own right, and she had her own commitment with sports tonight, and we talked about it, and she's there tonight. And, you know, that's what we want, right? We want our kids to honor their commitments, and I'm very, very proud of them for doing just that to me. I would also like to thank my cousin Mary Beth for nominating me for this award. Mary Beth and I had a very, very special bond with our grandmom Edie. Grandmom Edie is always with us. I feel it, and I know you do too, and I feel her do with us through. I always feel the presence of my grandparents, my grandpa, my Ned and Pop, Bob and Janet McCormick, my husband's grandparents, so I was very, very close with. I think all of us are probably thinking of parents and grandparents who may not be here physically, but are always in our hearts and live through us in what we say and what we do, and how we treat people every single day through the lessons that they taught us without telling us they were lessons. I would also like to acknowledge and thank Mr. Paul Ritter. Just over 2 years ago, Paul gave me the opportunity to work at Cumberland Mutual, an opportunity that I am very, very grateful for. Paul has created a family-like culture at Cumberland Mutual. Paul, thank you for always supporting me in all that I do in the office and in the community, and especially for being here tonight. Thanks. I would like to congratulate the other honorees and their family members. It is truly humbling to be honored alongside of these distinguished gentlemen. They have all been trailblazers in Bridgeton, but each of their impact, as you know, has extended well beyond Bridgeton, each in their own special way, through the lives that they have touched. And so to Mr. Willie L. Baker, Mr. Anthony Lingo, and to the family of Mr. Jack Serency, congratulations. on this very well-deserved honor. I feel like I have really come full circle. 4 years ago, I started, along with some help from some friends, the Bridgeton Beacon, and it began as an audio-only podcast, and we added video later on. And as Mary Beth said, the purpose was to shine a spotlight on all of the wonderful people, places, and things in this great city of Bridgeton. Our goal really is to serve as a megaphone for in the community, basically, to fill a void by the loss of local media, such as Jack Hummel's Ben Column and Paul Hunsberger's WSNJ Show Off the Cuff. Everybody's story matters. And I have learned that when you speak with someone, you really need to just listen, really to tap into the power of that conversation. Conversations that are a real gift because of the nuggets of wisdom that our guests share with us, typically towards the end of our long-form interviews. One of our very first guests, Karen Barnett, spoke of the ingredients and recipes she has used to create a menu of programs and platforms, and shared how she drew on her mentors, including her father and D. Edward Hersey. When I asked Bob Woodruff about his family's long-standing commitment to the arts and community service, he said, I got that from my father, and he got it from his father, and it's just part of the heritage that we all inherited, all down the generations. Doug Fisher spoke of the importance of agriculture. Paul Ritter shared the secret sauce for what turns a successful business into a thriving industry in a town like Bridgeton. Billy Sharp and Dave Hitchner both shared some very funny memories from their time right here at BHS, some of which I thought I might have to edit out, but I didn't. And Mrs. Harriet Weber told us how former Superintendent Frank Mastoraki set her up with Mr. Weber, and then reminded us that cleaning is not so important, creating more important. Most recently, we focused on local businesses like Hector Bonea's delicious Inca chicken, the Frelinger family's engineering firm, Sharon Kiefer's gem of an art gallery downtown, Gallery 50, and many others. And in my latest soon-to-be-released interview, Flavia Alaya pointed out that local history is national history. I truly believe that these nuggets of wisdom are so important to capture and to cherish. And as I have noticed, and as I'm sure many of you already know, there is a common theme, a special connection among folks who are originally from Bridgeton. Right?
Good.
And it's really because I think of that bond that started right here. Those nuggets of wisdom that I spoke of a couple of minutes ago, those seeds started right here in the classroom, right? These classic halls of learning, on the basketball and tennis courts, on the field hockey and baseball and football fields. Those seeds were planted by our parents and our friends and our teachers and our coaches, right? Those lessons like Mr. Baker just talked of. Dr. Seuss said, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment before it becomes a memory. And that's probably true for a lot of us when it comes to our high school memories. But as we get older, I think we probably learn to cherish those special moments as they are happening. And so my wish for everyone here tonight is that we fondly remember and honor the past, but that we also cherish the memories as they are happening. Because as we all come to learn, time is fleeting. For me, this is one of those moments that I am cherishing right now, and I always, always will. I am humbled, and I am grateful, and I thank each one of you. Thank you.
Megan McCormick Warner, attorney, union leader, class of 1988, in recognition of her outstanding commitment to the community through professional and community service. Date of induction, March 27, 2024.
I don't know, I'm starting to have a pattern here with Christian states, and that is the dedication to community activity and service. And you should be honored to have these individuals, be thankful with all the individuals that are coming up here. Paul, I'm going to try to take her and get her back into the prosecutor's office. I should have that. She was there before.
Yeah.
Then we want to thank you for your service when you were here. It's very, very difficult to go through all the schooling that these individuals go through. So you should be proud. Bridgeton should be proud of these individuals because they are dedicated to serve the community. And that's very, very hard to find. We find these many people that are willing to serve the community as they are. So congratulations, and here's your certificate combination. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Baby.
Ew.
True.
Should have been good.
Direction.
And also many people go to so you're being a sponge of speech. Nice.
You should look how to also.
Next, Mr. Dion Thurbach to introduce Mr. Anthony D. Lingo.
I'm just coming up as the proud daughter to my dad, Anthony Lingo. And just to say I am honored, and I don't know how many people can say this, but I honored my mother in the Distinguished Hall of Fame, my Aunt Viola Thomas Hughes, my uncle Felton Lingo, who this gym is named after, and I'm just excited and happy to be up here to support.
And I can go home tonight.
I didn't.
This young man was raised on 76 Spruce Street, educator, city official, business administrator, adjunct college professor, business arm, community activist, dojo sensei, globally known as Hanshi, which is bestowed upon someone because they have a 9th degree black belt or higher. Hanshi Anthony Lingo, he's an actor in a movie called Culver King. Yes, you can get his autograph after the banquet. He is also a member of the civil service. These are a few of the many accomplishments of Mr. Anthony Lingo. As a matter of fact, research is being conducted for Mr. Lingo's admission in the Guinness Book of World Records, having taught the first martial arts class in a Division I school for college credit at Rutgers Camden in the United States. And he is a proud 1970 graduate of Freshton High School. But more importantly, yes. But more importantly, he is a husband, brother, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, uncle, cousin, family man, community servant, and today he will be bestowed as a Bristol High School Distinguished Alumni. We present to some and introduce to others, none other than our dad, Mr. Hanshi Anthony Dwight Lincoln.
I'm really happy to be here. You don't know what this really means to me. I love Bridgeton. I love Bridgeton's educational system. After one, who I think is one of the best there is. I love the churches here. I was baptized at 2 churches. My grandmother was Baptist. My father was Baptist. My mother was Methodist. So I had to go back and forth down the hill many, many times. Just wanted to say that. I also have to give honor to people in the martial arts. I won't say what I normally do. As a martial arts Rikyo I'm supposed to scream at you, to
thank you for allowing me to stand before such noble people. And it's a word called arigato. No, it's too long, but arigato. Como arigato. Goes my stop. And basically, I'm still much, much louder by I believe you are with people. I'd like to address the distinguished guests and the faculty, friends, Richland High School, friends of Richland High School, and the families, and of course the esteemed Richland High School Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame Committee. It is an immense honor to stand before you today, not just as a graduate of Richland High School, but as someone who is deeply grateful for this incredible recognition. Before I go any further, I want to give thanks to fellow Denise Malingo Sr. and Dr. Joseph Anthony Artesi, who taught for Richland High School, and along with the strong men and women in this family who mentored me, keeping me on the right path. I have to first give honor to these critical people who were very tough on me, but they gave me the blueprint for life. Without their vision, I would not be here today. Just to let you know that my brother, Coach Lino, was my football coach at Richland, my basketball coach, my track coach, my softball coach, and at home, my wrestling coach as well as. So that's why I love Richland so much, because he loved it so much. And my instructor, Dr. Artesi, loved it so much. I want to continue by paying tribute to my family who have always been my unwavering support. My sisters and brothers-in-law, my minister, Patricia, Paul, they are not doing so well in terms of sight, so they will not. As a matter of fact, I talked them up. She just walked in the door. Reverend Tough, Senior, thank you for your love and encouragement. Thank you for making this trip. To my first cousin, the ever supportive National Road Family Reunion officers, Mary Beverly and Nikki, Officer Cheryl, Keisha, Imani. They had, matter of fact, they had bought tickets for me and came pick me up, made me stay at their house, and drove me to Georgia to meet family members. So this is kind of people that have made me accountable to not just myself, but family. These people came out of Richland. That's the kind of people that come out of Richland. They'll come and take you to a family reunion, drive you, tell you don't spend no money, feed you, house you. They bought the tickets, flight tickets. That's the kind of people, that's who I'm accountable. Why I want to be accountable. To my daughters, Kiani, Shanieri, Tiffany, and April, and my sons by choice, Reverend Dion Thurbach, Reverend Chris Hall, your presence here tonight means the world to me. I also want to extend my gratitude to the Honorable Mayor Albert Kelly, my Richland family by choice. He's everywhere. He makes things right, he makes things happen, and he holds people accountable. I started to call it more matter. I spoke up, and I know I would have no problem. He's accountable to the families of Richland always. I was proud he was the president of the council. Now he's mayor forever. So I'm happy to have these people in my family and people who watch over me and push me. Thank you for what you have done for my family, Blair, and the families of Richland. I really thank you. I want to be able to do that. I must thank the committee of the Richland High School Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame, years of 2024 and 25, and a special acknowledgement goes to the iconic, I use that word not often, Dr. Celeste L. Merriweather, Ph.D., Superintendent of Richland Schools. Like, this is a blessing. This is a real blessing. So I just want to make sure you know how I felt. Please give her a hand. just stands to be given. Again, thank you for allowing me to stand here today among such legendary, distinguished alumni. When I was young, this young man hung around with my brother, and they were like this. And he helped push my brother to do some of the things that he did to make Richardson better. And I can't say enough. I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to everyone who played any role organizing this event. As I reflect on my time in Richardson High School, I am reminded of the unmatched journey it provided me, one that has shaped every aspect of my life since I graduated in 1970. I owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to the teachers who pushed me to reach my potential and to the friends who supported me throughout my youth. I stand here tonight fully honored to be among the distinguished group of Richardson High School Hall of Fame members. Each of you has made great and remarkable contribution to Richardson, our community, and beyond, wherever you went, becoming shining stars in your new respective communities. And also in our government of the United States. I thank you for your dedication and for your leadership, for setting the way and giving me your highest gifts. That's the beacon of your light. For following you makes me proud. That is your determination. Beacon of light is your determination, your womanhood, your manhood, the path of excellence in everything that you attempt to do and have accomplished. The light from you, and I'm gonna get a box from you people. I must use selling Bible so I can keep it real. Your light, your life light is what lit my path. Things that you've done, things that have told me that you were working on, standing up for people, and that makes a difference in a young person's life. These bright lights that you shared is the lightning in our journey that brought us to this place in our mutual lives. These are the gifts that we all receive from each other coming through Richardson Public Schools. And for this, I must thank Richardson, the city of Richardson. Further, lest I be remiss, congratulations to all my fellow honorees that are being shown on the TV. Many of them I went to school with, and many of them I played ball with. I'm so happy to see James. Me and James have fought each other many, many times in the martial arts. So again, it's a blessing to come back to Richardson and have this privilege. Together we celebrate not just individual successes, but also collective legacy of excellence, that this is our alma mater and what we represent. Richardson has taught us the good people come from our community, that good people come from our community. And that is something that I carry with pride, and I tell everywhere I go. Good people come from Richardson. Good people come from Richardson. You can go anywhere, and they'll put you in charge of. They put me in charge of $116 million. You heard me, right? And there wasn't a computer. And I didn't accept checks. You heard me, right? So again, I'm proud that I didn't have to go to jail. As I leave this room, I urge each of you to continue embracing the values we learned at Richardson High School: compassion, responsibility, and the importance of giving back. The importance of giving back. These principles have shaped me and everyone in here that's from Richardson. As we strive to make our individual communities better, no matter where we find ourselves in this world. In closing, I want to once again thank my family, the teachers, the mentors, the people who have gone before, the shining lights that people have pointed out to me. You should be like Willie Baker. You should make a difference. Those are the people who fostered me, even without them knowing. To everyone in this room, thank you for this incredible journey we have shared here in this common place. Together, I am immensely proud to be a graduate of Richmond High School, and I look forward to seeing the legendary contributions of our future graduates from our beloved school. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, Mr. Anthony D. Lingo, government official, martial arts Hanshi, the class of 1970, and recognition of his outstanding commitment to the community through professional and community service.
Thank you so very much.
You have to bear with me when it comes to this gentleman right here. We go back and over 50 years. We trained together, Laurel Street. We helped put together a dojo on Shepherd's Mill. Okay, if it used to be a garage, we actually built it and made it into a dojo. I love this guy. I really do. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. He's a legacy of Bridgeton, and he continues the community service that you're so well known for. Mistake was, for him, on his bio, I found that he created 10 parks. Well, Cumberland County's trying to create a park system, so he made a mistake and gave me his card. He doesn't know he's going to get a phone call. He epitomizes what a lot of people, everybody should try to emulate as a person. Honor, integrity, responsibility, and loyalty. And I really truly believe that comes from the martial arts when you go to Penn. He's a great man. He deserves all the accolades he gets tonight, as all the others. It's just that I happen to be personally involved with this gentleman right here, and he's a great guy. I have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and I just want to wish you the best. And I have a certificate of accommodation for you from the Board of County Commissioners. All right? God bless you.
Next, we will have Mrs. Sharon Sorensi for Mr. Jack Sorensi.
Good evening. First, congratulations to all the other honorees who are here tonight. These are my two sons, Eric and Michael. My name is Sharon Sorensi, and I am the wife of the late Jack Sorensi. I will never get used to saying that. I was asked to say a few words about my husband. I just hope I can do him some justice. If anybody in this room knew Jack Sorensi, knew that he loved Cumberland County. And he only wanted the best for everyone in this community. That is why he served. He also loved Christian High School, and I know that he loved having our sons both graduate from this high school. It was one of the many proud moments we had of our sons. When we first met, Jack talked about Christian High School so much, I wasn't sure if it was his football fame, his friends, or the girls, I don't know. Jack was a man of service, and most of all, he was a man of integrity. He served his community in many ways. He sat on many boards, and as you can read through the bio, he was on a lot of committees and nonprofit agencies. He just wanted to serve his community. He just loved helping people, when they were in need or just needed somebody to talk to, or helping somebody that needed to stay warm. He came home one night without his coat on, and I said, "Jack, where's your coat?" He says, "I ran into somebody that needed it, so he gave it to them." That's the kind of man he was. He was dedicated to helping anyone he could. So in addition to the committees and the board that he sat on, he decided to get into politics and became the Cumberland County tree holder. And he loved that position. Yes, it took him away from his family, it took him away from us, but he loved it and we were so proud of him. I want to thank the Christian High School Distinguished Alumni Hall of Fame for bestowing this honor on my husband. He would have been so happy and so proud to be here. He would be flashing that $1 million smile, that smile that his entire family will miss him tremendously. On behalf of the Sorrenti family, I want to thank his family. All of his siblings are here, their spouses, his nieces and nephews, daughter-in-laws, his granddaughter, great-nephews, I think, are here too. We thank you for honoring him tonight. Thank you so much.
Mr. Jack Sorrenti, political community leader, class of 1973, in recognition of his outstanding commitment to the community through professional and community service.
I didn't want to hold her up. The first time I met Jack was I hired her in 2002 when I was director back then. I was told by the division head at the time, I need 3 people to make this work. I said, okay. And one of them was Jack. I said, are you sure you need? Absolutely. I said, fine. We hired him. And I was never sorry that I did that. He always did a great job for us, did a great job for me, made me look good back then. Over the years, I've worked with Jack on a number of different things. Again, Richmond student, legacy, community activist, community leader. You should be very proud of the individuals you are honoring tonight. And I'm very happy to say, I knew Jack. I know Jack. I still don't believe he's away. He's with us all the time. So, God bless him. Thank you.
We are moving right along. Everyone, I'm going to invite you as the alma mater plays. We're going to now move to the outer area so that we can have the unveiling of the showcase. So, as the alma mater plays, okay, why don't we just go ahead and get her? There we go. Please, all of our inductees, please make sure you move your way to the front